So, if anticipation were an alcoholic beverage, you would need to get the barf bucket out, because you are about to become drunk with it. I have, right here, first time in Jane Ozkowski Reads a Poem history, a 3-part story for you. Pretty suspenseful, pretty dangerous thing to do. It's called The Thing That Looks Like a Baby. I'll read the first part to you right now. The thing that looked like a baby. The fountain wasn't deep. A few nights before I'd run through it, drunk with my friend, and the fountain was only halfway up our calves, but the baby at the bottom looked further down than that. Miss, I said to the woman sitting next to me. She had dyed blonde hair and a book on her lap. Miss, I said, is that your baby? No, she said, but you see it too? Of course, what do we do? I felt a slow dread come over me, like 2 weeks before when I was sick and kept falling asleep at the doctor's office. Pull it out. I don't think it's alive, but we should pull it out, the woman said. I wondered why we were both so calm with that baby in the fountain. I dipped my arm in without rolling up my sleeve, and the water made the cloth cling to my skin. Is it even real, the woman asked. Her mouth had a curve in it. The baby hadn't eaten down as far as it had looked. It was small. Most of it could fit in my hand. The baby's skin looked like imitation skin, and its nose looked loose. I brought the baby close to me. It was made like a real baby, only different. It must be a joke, I said. It can't be real, I said. Should we call the police, I said. For a prank? That's stupid, the woman said. I guess, I said. The woman's hands looked too big for her wrists. She closed the book on her lap. It was written in Russian, or a language with the letters that looked like Russian written out. She scratched at the price sticker stuck to the back. There was a weird ticking in my brain. It said, You should be more confused. Why are you so calm? I thought maybe I was still asleep at the doctor's office. What do we do? I asked. You pulled it out. That's your problem. The woman stood and then she was gone. I watched her go before I thought I should stop her. Tick, tick, tick. I looked around like maybe this was in a book or a movie and she'd left a note or something. Only there was nothing but that ticking in my head. The baby, or the thing that looked like a baby, weighed 5 pounds, maybe 4. I wasn't sure if that was how much babies weighed. It seemed too heavy for a baby that small. The park was empty except for me, a woman with a shopping cart, and a family at the playground a field away. But I still felt dangerous holding what looked like a baby that wasn't moving or anything. I wrapped it in my magazine and tucked it in my bag, and the whole walk home I thought, what if I'm that guy walking around with a dead baby in his bag? I didn't feel scared though. I felt curious. I was curious in a, this is an interesting thing to happen to me type way. I walked as gently as I could, holding my bag away from my legs. I set the baby on my kitchen counter and drank that morning's coffee straight from the pot. I stood a ways back and looked at the thing on my counter. The coffee tasted thick. I thought, if I wasn't so calm, I'd be anxious about being so calm. Tick, 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 my brain said back to me. I'd held the thing for 5 minutes when I was at the park, but now I was afraid to touch it. It wasn't fragile. I called my friend, but he wasn't home. He wouldn't have been helpful, but I wanted to call him. I wanted to call my older brother, but I hadn't talked to him since Christmas. I wanted to put the thing that looked like a baby in my garbage can. But if it was a real dead baby and they found it in my garbage, they wouldn't believe me when I told them I found it in the park and brought it home. The thoughts came one at a time, like I'd once read a Wikipedia page about what to do if you bring what looks like a dead baby home from a park, and I was just remembering what the page had said. I pulled a beer from my fridge and looked at the baby again. If it really was a baby, something would happen. Tick, tick, tick. It was then I noticed I'd left my apartment door unlocked and wide open. Oh my gosh, what will happen next? I do know. I'm not going to tell you though. You're just going to have to watch the next episode. Thank you for watching this one. Have a lovely week until I see you again.